Hello and welcome, courageous Capricorns. How are you all feeling after all the things that happened in July? There was so much going on with two eclipses, Mercury retrograde, two new moons if you're on the other side of the international date lines, such as the USA, for example. So this month, August, promises to be a lot calmer and more peaceful. But I must say also, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, or a few Pacific Islands on the west side of the international date line, we will have two black moons this month. So a black moon is simply a new moon that occurs twice in a calendar month. It's actually a good thing, because what it means is that it's like we've been pregnant for a while and finally the baby comes. So we get this gift of new starts in August. So because there's two new moons, so on the 1st and the 30th. Now, the next thing that's really important that's happening for everybody is that Mercury is turning direct on the 1st of August. I must also say that there are 5 days of shadow period as Mercury, the energy of Mercury decreases. So if you've got anything that's really important in the first couple of days of August, if you could put that off, that'd probably be a good idea. But after the 5th, all of that retrograde energy should be gone. So it'll be smooth sailing thereafter. And that means things like communications, technology, and if you've been following me, you'll see that I have had a few technology problems of late. I've done, I don't know how many live streams, hundreds and hundreds literally. I've never had the problems that I've had this July with technology. So all sorts of things happening, but it's not all negative with Mercury retrograde, because if you have something in the past that's been hanging around for a long time, it could come back, and it's coming back for healing and resolution one way or the other. So, you know, I've had a big, for example, I've had a big project going for 2 years that I haven't been able to get off the ground as soon as retrograde. So, you know, happen when they usually involve the past, so, and it comes back for resolution. That can also mean that, you know, an ex comes back. It could be an ex-boss, an ex-friend, an ex-lover, because it's not quite over and you're still psychically connected in some way, you know, on another plane, another dimension, and they can still feel that connection, and so then they come back. So if they are an ex, just remember why they're an ex. There's a reason for everything, of course. Alrighty, so moving right along, on the 12th, Mercury joins the Sun, Venus and Mars, and it's all happening in your 8th house of shared resource, with the Sun there. That's about insight, awareness and happiness, and most of us know that Venus is the goddess of love. And so she just loves to be in love. That's her thing. She appreciates beauty in all its forms. And it makes you, with that sort of energy, makes you more popular. People are attracted to you and they may not even know why. So if you just go into a shop, they're likely to be super friendlier, you know, super friendlier than usual. So it's a lovely confluence of energies for you from the 12th onwards, okay? So the 19th, and then you might have a sort of few days enjoying that, and then on the 19th it all starts again, because we have the Mars into your 9th house. The 22nd we have Venus in your 9th. 24th we have the Sun in your 9th, and the 30th we have the new Moon in your 9th house. So you're going from this sort of energy of shared resources, intimacy and sex, then going into the house of higher learning. And this is all about wisdom. And there's also this sort of connection with fire. So you could travel in a line, but the study course is based in another country. That's always possible. So it's all about, because it's everyday type garden variety type learning, but the higher concepts, okay, the abstract concepts. It also is great if you're coaching people. I'm down here deep in the ocean, and when you're in the water and the water's all sort of stirred up with sand in the ocean, it's hard to see. The visibility is not very good, and that's where I think you've been, in this place of low visibility. So you haven't been able to really discern what your next move is, or what which direction you go in, or what's going on in your life. But the water is clearing now, and I can also see this flight of steps, okay? So it's like you're actually very close to shore. You wouldn't have known it though, but you're actually close to being very grounded, like you normally are, because you usually have your head screwed on and your feet on the ground. You're an earth sign, so you do that. So I can see this flight of steps, ancient stone steps, and you're sort of right at the bottom of them, and you're about to climb up out of the dark, murky subconscious. Okay, so that's my dogs barking in the background. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look now, and we're going to look at the tarot cards and see what I can see for Capricorns in August 2019. Yes, so they're showing me, while I'm even I shuffled the cards before, but they're showing me now like a book of life opening up, and it's almost like I can see flicking through the pages, and it's like a new chapter is about to start for you. Okay, it's a very old, ancient book here. It's actually not even fully to do with this life. It's like got past lives in it. It's so old and ancient. But yes, I can see all this parchment papers that are flicking over, and we're just looking for the right page, because it's a new sort of cycle in your life about to start. Okay, and this actually fits quite well because it's the Seven of Swords, okay, with what I was just saying. This is about you moving forward, grounded in practical reality, and you can see there's two swords in the ground there. Okay, so that's about being practical, pragmatic and organised, grounded in practical reality. And it's moving away from a difficult situation. It could have even been somehow you were disappointed by somebody, or disappointed by a situation, or perhaps in the worst case scenario that you actually felt betrayed in some way. Now you'll see there's some tents in the background there, or they're tents. They actually look like pyramids though, and so there's that foreign connection, that sensation or that vibration of a foreign country. Okay, certainly not all of you will be whisking away to Egypt or somewhere in the month of August, but you might find that foreign connections are featuring more strongly in your life. And so you can see as this lady's walking along, she's got 5 swords in her arms there. You can see the 5 swords she's carrying, and as she's walking along, she's actually put 2 in the ground, so that she's anchored to the earth in a sense. She's put those swords in the ground. Sometimes people say that swords are a negative type of suite, like the most negative of all the tarot suites. I don't see it that way, because I see them as very necessary, because the swords are the mental concepts. We need to be thinking. It's only when overthinking comes that's the problem. So if you're dealing with money especially, or at work, you need to be thinking what you're doing. Okay, the issue is if you don't stop thinking. There are times when you should just be. There are times for action, and there are times to think, and there are times to feel. So this is the time for thinking about what you're going to be doing, whilst moving forward and staying grounded in practical reality. So if you're going to another country, or got connections with another country, or you're studying, you certainly want to be thinking there if you're studying. keep your feet flat on the ground and be pragmatic and practical. Don't throw everything away for, for example, for love, because with all that 8th house energy going on, you could meet somebody in August and, you're really happy about it. And you can see she's wearing yellow, in fact, which indicates happiness as she moves through her life. So stay practical and enjoy a new relationship, with somebody associated, perhaps with another country in some way. Alrighty, so that's a tarot. Now let's have a look in the psychological cards, Courageous Capricorns, for August 2019, and see what I can see. And we come up with appearance. Okay, appearance. Let's see, that's the outer card. Let's see the inner card, what goes inside appearance for August 2019. Oh, okay, communications. Communications are very important. Okay, they are. And they can give an appearance of something, which is fine, but if you're going to be practical and stay grounded, you're going to know that the communications are only an appearance. You won't actually know until you get there to the situation, whether that's going overseas or studying or whatever it is. You won't actually know until you actually start doing it, So just use some discernment. If somebody's saying something to you, you need to discern whether that's correct or not. It may or may not be correct. But all communications have an appearance of something. They're purporting something. Doesn't mean that's 100% true, okay? So, yes, please do be sensible. And as Capricorns, you are sensible. You know these things. This is nothing new that I'm telling you, because this is your nature, really, to be sensible and keep your feet on the ground. Okay, let me just have a little look again. Capricorn, August 2019. Yes, so they're showing me there's great happiness for you in August. I can see 2 cups clinking, and it's like the 2 of cups actually in tarot in a sense. It's like coming together. A new relationship is actually quite likely on the cards for you. And cups can indicate not only emotion but also the Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail is to meet Mr. or Ms. Perfect, but just do check that appearances are what they seem, okay? Some discernment there, but a lot of happiness. I just get this sense of celebration, socializing, going out, restaurants with friends, and just having a lovely time. So that energy is there for you, Courageous Capricorns. You deserve it, because, quite often, you're doing all sorts of things and not really socializing that much. And it is time for you to get out a bit more in August and enjoy yourself, okay? It's all about you having some fun and enjoyment and meeting other people. So I do hope that's helped you. I would really appreciate a like on this video. Please subscribe to my channel, that'd be great, and click the notification bell for updates. I do regular updates. I'd also appreciate if you shared this video or my other videos on your channel, because I'm trying to get my channel up and going. It's been sitting here on YouTube for 12 years and I've just been too busy to do very much with it. But now I'm coming up for 12 years on YouTube. I really want to get it going. So it's only with your help that I can do that. Thank you so much, and most importantly, have a beautiful month. And I do hope, Courageous Capricorns, that you really do go out and have some fun. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.